Welcome back to Life with the Lyles.
This is episode 3 of us documenting our move to Morocco. We are now in week 2 of us living in Morocco, and we are apartment hunting.
Before we dive in, remember to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you can be notified every time our videos come out every Monday.
Originally, we were going to be looking for an apartment to stay in while we're here for the next 2 months, but we decided to not do that and to just go with staying at an Airbnb. But we are going to be looking for an apartment for when we do return next summer.
We want to bring you along on part 1 of our journey of what it's like to look for a home in Morocco.
We've learned several things about trying to find an apartment in Tangier. The first being that it is nearly impossible to track down a leasing office for an apartment complex. So in the US, when you're looking for an apartment, usually you see a complex that you like on Google and then you can easily call them or email them. Here, that's not the case. There's usually not a phone number listed, or honestly, the complex does not actually own the apartment that you're looking at probably. There's usually individuals that have bought an apartment or several apartments and they're just leasing it out. And that is kind of difficult because who do you track down? How do you find these people? It's a bit of a hurdle, but it's not impossible to find an apartment here in Tangier.
Something else that we learned is not everything's listed online for rent. Usually you'd have to know somebody that's renting out their apartment or their home, or through word of mouth find somebody that is renting, or go through even a rental agency that can show you different places to stay. What we found out is if something is listed online, usually that's a holiday rental or for a tourist for more of an extended vacation.
While there aren't many rentals listed online, there are a few, and usually what you will have to do is reach out to them through WhatsApp. And so that's the third thing that we've learned, is that you will be contacting these people via text through WhatsApp to negotiate pricing, to see photos of the apartment, etc. When you are communicating with these individuals via WhatsApp, it's usually a good place to be able to share all of your information regarding your price range for the apartments that you're looking for, as well as the type of quality of apartments, because a lot of them are trying to pander to tourists. And so they'll try to give you luxury apartments or apartments near the water. And so if that's something that you're not looking for necessarily, and you just want comfortability or convenience or whatever it is, you can express all of that via WhatsApp.
So we've looked at 5 places so far, and some of them have been really, really nice.
Others not so much.
No, not so much.
Just older. They weren't bad. There haven't been any really trash apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Just not necessarily what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. First place that we looked at, we saw listed online, was a place that we really liked.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is it's not going to be finished being built until 2026.
And we need a place next summer.
Yeah.
But it was so cute. It was a really nice apartment. I believe it was a 3-bedroom that she showed us, but we're looking for a 2-bedroom apartment. It was very, very luxurious. It had a jacuzzi. The finish was really nice. Even the decor that they had in the apartment was really posh and modern. But like we said, it's not gonna be finished until 2026, so that one is actually checked off our list for now. The second apartment that we saw listed online, we went to view it. It was a little bit older, but it was decorated wonderfully to where it felt very modern. Even the wallpaper was really, really nice, and she had the home decorated nicely. This would be a fully furnished apartment, but we just didn't really like it that much.
It did have an ocean view.
Yes, that was a huge win. That honestly, could have made me buy it, but we were no, it's not what we really want. We don't want to have to settle for our first place here in Tangier. But it was nice. It was a 2-bedroom apartment, and yeah, just older.
The third one we looked at was, I would call it more traditional. Definitely wasn't used to the decor or the layout or the furniture. It was nice. Again,
Yeah.
ocean view.
It was very bold. Or at least the living room was bold. The rest of the apartment, like the rooms itself, were like neutral, but the living room was like red, as you can see. It's definitely an apartment that you should get if you have like a large family. It's just gonna be the two of us and our baby, so I don't think that that's necessary at this time. And again, it was a very traditional style home, and that's not necessarily what we're looking for either. So we're gonna pass on this apartment as well.
Right now, we're still on the hunt, but we just wanted to give you an update concerning us looking for an apartment. So stay tuned for part 2.
That concludes this week's episode of Life with the Lyles. If you liked this week's episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can receive our video notifications when they come out every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Peace. Salam.